Learners, as you know that we are studying chapter Fun with Magnets. Previously we have studied magnetic and non-magnetic materials, then the story of magnet. Today we will study some more interesting thing about magnet. We are starting our class with a topic poles of a magnet. Here you can see one diagram showing iron fillings sticking to a bar magnet. Students, iron fillings stick to a magnet when they are brought near it. The iron fillings are attracted more toward the region close to two ends of a bar magnet. This picture clearly shows it. You can see more fillings at the end than the center. These ends are called poles of a magnet. So the force of attraction exerted by a magnet is more on the poles than at the center. Okay. So now Paheli has this puzzle for you. You are given two identical bars which look as if they might be made up of iron. One of them is magnet while other is simple iron bar. How will you find out which one is a magnet? It's very simple, students. There are many number of ways in which you can find out whether the two things are magnet or not. You can use that iron strip or a bar magnet, and you can use with other magnetic materials. If it attracts, obviously that will be a magnet. If it not, then it's simple iron bar. There is another way to find out a magnet, that is just make a freely suspended magnet. Okay, if you are making this magnet like you have tied it from a point and it's freely suspended, now it will align in a particular direction. It will align in north south direction. So this is also a property of magnet. We can find direction with the help of magnet. Now here I will tell you one story about it. Students, magnets were known to people from ancient time. Many properties of magnet were also known to them. You might have read many interesting stories about the use of magnet. One such story is about an emperor of China named Huang Ti. It is said that he had a chariot with a statue of lady that could rotate in any direction. You can see that lady in this image here. It had an extended arm as if it's showing the way. Okay, here it is. The statue was having very interesting property. It would rest in such a position that its extended arm always pointed toward south. By looking at the extended arm of statue, the emperor was able to locate direction when he went to a new place on his chariot. So in this manner, this statue of lady was helping the king to find out the direction. What do you think? Why was so? It was so because this statue was having a magnet and the south pole of magnet was in this arm. That's why this pointed arm was showing south direction. Okay, so this was the story, students. Now, if we want to find out direction, we find that a freely suspended bar magnet always come to rest in a particular direction, which is north-south direction. Okay, the end of a magnet that points toward north, that is called north seeking end or north pole of magnet, and the other end that points toward south, that is called south seeking end or south pole of a magnet. You must know that all magnets have two poles, whatever their shape may be. They will have two poles. Okay, this property of magnet is very useful for us. For centuries, traveler has been using this property of magnet to find direction. It is said that in olden days, traveler used to find direction by suspending natural magnet with a thread, which they always used to carry. So in this manner, it was helpful. So students, we will learn one more property about magnet. Look, I have told you that in ancient time, traveler used to find direction with the help of natural magnet. They simply tied a thread and they will suspend the magnet and find their direction. Later on, a device was developed based on this property of magnet. It is known as compass. Here you can see the image of compass. A compass is usually a small box with a glass cover on it. A magnetized needle is pivoted inside the box, which can rotate freely. Now, the compass also has a dial with direction marked on it. Otherwise, you can get confused. The compass is kept at a place wherever you want to find the direction. Its needle indicates the north-south direction when it comes to rest. So students, the compass is then rotated until north and south direction marked on the dial are at two ends of the needle. So it's very helpful to find the direction. And to identify north pole of magnetic needle, it is usually painted in different color. So you can easily find out the direction. Here you can see in the dial all the direction they are mentioned here. Okay, you can see here east, this is the west. Okay, so in this manner, southeast, your southwest, northeast, northwest, and this needle it's aligning in north south direction. Now we will understand how we can make a magnet of our own. It's very simple. There are several methods for making magnet. We will learn the simplest one. For this activity you just need a rectangular piece of iron and a bar magnet. So students, you have to place this rectangular iron iron bar, and then you have to take this bar magnet. Okay, now bring the bar magnet near this iron bar. Without lifting the bar magnet, move it along the length of iron bar until you reach the other end. Now you have to just do this. Look, if you are just taking this bar magnet, take it like this, then again do it. You have to repeat this about 30 to 40 times. Then do it with other direction. After that, this iron bar will behave like a magnet. Okay, if you will bring some iron fillings, some pins, so they will get attracted toward this iron piece. It will get magnetized. Now this is our last topic, students. It is attraction and repulsion between magnets. You must have played many games with a magnet, and there are some games which we can play because of the repulsion property. Actually, the similar pole of a magnet, they repel each other. It means that a north pole will repel another north pole. Similarly, a south pole will repel another south pole. But opposite pole attracts. So a north pole attracts a south pole. Here in the first picture, there it's a toy car A, toy car B. They are having magnet on the top. Okay, you can see this blue color, it indicates one pole, and this red color another pole. They are opposite, that's why these two car will come near. There will be force of attraction between them. Here you can see similar poles are in front of each other. So this time these toy car will go away. This is called repulsion. So we can conclude that like pole repels, unlike pole attracts. You all must be having magnet at home. We must be conscious about it. We have to take few precautions to store your magnet so that it can work for longer time. So let's see a few cautions. Students, magnet lose their properties if they are heated, hammered, or dropped from some height. So be careful about it. This picture shows you what you have to not do. Heating, hammering, dropping the magnet. Look, magnet also become weak if they are not stored properly. To keep them safe, bar magnets should be kept in a pair with unlike poles on the same side. Okay, here you can see this image. They must be separated by a piece of wood, while two pieces of soft iron should be placed across their end. Here you can see that iron. There is the wood. If you are having a horseshoe magnet, for horseshoe magnet one should keep a piece of iron across the poles. Okay. Now finally, keep magnets away from cassette mobiles, telephones, music systems, compact disc and computer. Okay. that is not good. So these things should be taken care of. Now we have completed this chapter. This chapter was very interesting, fun with magnets. Just take out your magnets and try to play with them. You will get to learn more. That's all for today, students. Keep learning.